Welcome back. If you're just joining us, you're watching the news at 10 live on Channels Television. A reminder of our top stories. Federal High Court in Abuja nullifies the suspension of Senator representing Delta Central, Senator Omoagege, by the Upper Legislative Chamber. Senate appeals. National Judicial Commission recommends sack of Adamawa State High Court Judge Justice Michael Goji over alleged gross misconduct to probe corruption allegations against 25 other judges. Former Edo State Governor Adams Oshiomhole joins the race for the chairmanship of the All Progressives Congress. And dam on a commercial flower farm bursts, killing over 40 persons in Kenya's Rift Valley. And channelstv.com has more information for you, and on youtube.com/channelsweb you can watch our videos. You can also watch us on your mobile device via your browser or download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows devices from their respective stores. Besides giving you access to news updates on the go, the Channels TV and Channels 24 apps have an Eyewitness feature that you can use to share pictures, videos or news of happenings around you. Just install the app, then tap and swipe to reveal the menu, and please follow the instructions. And what you sent into our Eyewitness portal is this video from the Lagos-Ibadan-Abeokuta expressway showing the poor state of the road. Our Eyewitness reporter says he finds it difficult to believe this is an expressway, laments the effect of this on residents as well as motorists, some of whom have had to relocate. Our Eyewitness is pleading with the state and federal government to come to their aid. Still on floods is this image from Akure, the Ondo State capital, showing the road which our Eyewitness reporter says has become a nightmare to residents. He adds that it becomes unbearable when it rains and wants the state government to look in their direction. And we end with this image from Kwara State showing the poor state of the bridge there. Our Eyewitness reports that the contract has been awarded but nothing is done. He is calling on the state government to address that as movement on the busy route is tough. And we thank you for sending these pictures and videos, and please note that you too can report happenings around you. A political pressure group founded by the former president, Olusegun Obasanjo, the Coalition for Nigeria movement, has announced its fusion into the African Democratic Congress, ADC. The move is with a view to forming a formidable force to effectively challenge the ruling All Progressives Congress in the 2019 elections. Former Osun State Governor, Mr. Olagunsoye Oyinlola, who made the announcement at a news conference in Abuja, laments the failure of past governments to lead Nigeria out of the woods.
ADC, as I understand it, is neither based on the immediate past condemnation records of PDP as a ruling party in Nigeria, nor on the present disastrous and destabilizing performance of APC. It is a new platform and a new page in our political history. Some of us must hold ourselves as watchmen and watchwomen for the nation without necessarily belonging to any political party, as genuinely concerned and interested citizens and statesmen and stateswomen beyond the ambition of office and enticement of grandeur, of position, or fortune. Nigerians must keep their eyes wide open, their ears quite attentive, their minds very clear, their hands very clean, and must not remain dumb in the face of atrocities and impunities of the governors against the governed.
Former President Olusegun Obasanjo Meanwhile, the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has been strategizing to ensure the success of the Ekiti and Osun state governorship elections, as well as preparations for the 2019 general elections. Towards this end, the chairman of the commission, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, has met with all electoral commissioners across the country. Just before going to the closed-door session, Professor Yakubu told journalists that discussions would dwell on updates on the continuous voter registration, permanent voters card collection and other preparations for the polls. This meeting is the first of its kind that the INEC chairman will be holding with the commissioners. And results are being collated. This is for the Social Democratic Party governorship primary in Ekiti State at the designated centre in Ekiti, the capital. The party conducted the process across the 177 wards in the state today, ahead of the July 14 governorship election in the state. The decentralized exercise featured 3 aspirants: a former diplomat, Mr. Dari Bejide, a federal lawmaker, Mr. Lamide Oni, and Mr. Ayegbusi Oladele. Our correspondent reports that delays in circulation of election materials held up the process in some of the local governments, which consequently resulted in lateness of collation. National officers of the party had earlier justified the option adopted as more democratic. Well, let's take you to Abuja studios where Linda Kigwe has some more stories. Hello, Linda.
Hello, Millicent, and welcome to Abuja. Now, still on the Ekiti elections, one of the contenders for the All Progressives Congress governorship ticket, Senator Babafemi Ojudu, has pulled out of the race. Senator Ojudu's withdrawal has now brought the number of candidates vying for the party's flag to 32. The APC's National Publicity Secretary, Mr. Bolaji Abdullahi, had earlier announced the rescheduling of the primary to Saturday, May the 12th, after the last exercise was cancelled owing to violence. Although Senator Ojudu, who is the special advisor to the president on political matters, did not explain the reasons for his withdrawal, he made it clear that it was not in favour of one or of any of the other aspirants.
Well, it's become messy. I'm never a desperate person. I didn't come into this because it's an ambition. For me, it's ambition. I come into this so that I can rescue Ekiti people from poverty, from squalor. And the way people have gone about it, I don't think, that is my kind of thing. And I just couldn't cope. A lot of things have been introduced: hooliganism, violence, and people are threatening violence. If you are sincere, if you are committed, if you are not deceitful, if you are not ready to steal their money. We know those who have stolen their money, either through bond or through some senseless loans or through all kinds of mischievous ways. We know them. They will pay back those money. And that's one of the things I want to do. As a non-aspirant, I'm going to pursue. I'm going to do the investigation and review the identity of those who have stolen the resources of this state.
And staying with politics, the former governor of Edo State, Oshiomhole, has declared his intention to vie for the national chairmanship position of the All Progressives Congress APC. Mr. Oshiomhole told a packed audience in Abuja that his ambition is born out of a need to inject fresh ideas into the party and not necessarily as a result of leadership failure. The one-time NLC president now becomes the main challenger for office occupied by the incumbent national chairman, John Oyego. Our correspondent, Terry Kumi, reports.
A hall clearly not big enough to accommodate everyone who has turned up for this big announcement. One considered so important that some members of the ruling APC believe will fix the division in the party and settle aggrieved members. It's the formal declaration of Comrade Adams Oshiomhole of his intention to run for the chairmanship position of the party.
I think, as President Obama said a few months back, you don't seek changes because things are bad. You do so because anything and everything can just be better. And whoever and however we can make things better, I think it will be worth our while. It is on that basis that I offer myself to contest for the office of National Chairman of our great party.
The former governor also took time to speak on his plans to improve the relationship between the legislative and executive arms of government, which appears to be broken.
The irreducible minimum responsibility of the leadership of a political party and of the All Progressive Congress, if I'm privileged to become the chairman, would be to constantly help the executive and the legislature to find common grounds to work together.
Governor of Imo State, Rochas Okorocha, who led other governors to the event, expressed support for the chairmanship bid of the former governor.
I have no doubt in my mind, not even an iota of doubt, that Oshiomhole, when elected, will show the way. Oshiomhole's permanence as national chairman of APC is bad news to other political parties.
The former governor is favored to replace the chairman of the party, Chief John Odigio Yegun, having received the endorsement of many chieftains of the party. Mr. Oshiomhole says he is joining the chairmanship race to contribute to the growth of the party. The APC convention is scheduled for June, and with just 9 months to the general elections, the responsibility appears huge for whoever emerges chairman of the APC. Terry Ikumi, Channels Television News.
When the news at 10 returns, World Bank pledges increased cooperation with the federal government for more socio-economic development in Nigeria. That's in business news. Join us again.